As we hear number 3 of 4 of these consolation messages that the church liturgy provides for us these coming days, one thing is left out, and that is within these chapters, at least twice, I believe in chapter 36 and chapter 34 in Ezekiel, twice it makes reference that this new Israel, this new restoration, is going to resemble that of the Garden of Eden. So right there should tell us something about this restoration is going to be different. Remember, in the Garden of Eden, what was the problem? The problem was Adam and Eve believed they could live a life radically separated from God, where they can be, by their own accord and their own decisions, they can dictate how they're going to live their life, rather than live their life as beloved sons and daughters of God the Father, where they have to rely on the Father for everything in their lives. They wanted to be radically separated. And so they chose to partake and chose that path of unfortunate destiny, of taking the fruit. And what was the warning that God gave them? If you partake of this fruit, you will die. But they didn't die right away, in the story. In fact, as you read through Genesis, Adam lives to 500, 600, 800 years. And then you also hear other figures like Seth and Noah. You hear these other figures, and they're living to be hundreds of years old. And we look at it and we say, well, that's a shocker. How can someone live that long? That's not the shocker. The shocker, when you read those passages, is that people are dying. That's the shocker. People are dying. As we look at today's first reading, and we hear about these stories of the restoration of Israel, anyone can build and establish a kingdom. Certain individuals can lead and get Israel to rise up and to conquer their enemy. Anyone can build a temple. We can get Bill here to make it energy efficient and stuff like that, right, Bill? You know what I mean? Anyone can do that. Notice in the passage, in the prophecy, they will know that I am the Lord their God. And how is he going to prove it? He's going to prove it by resolving the one thing we cannot fix. We can try as best as we can. As I say a lot of times in my funeral homilies, we follow doctor's orders, we have the right and appropriate diet, we exercise, we take good care of ourselves, and yet we will still die. We cannot fix this problem. Can't. Thus you will ultimately know that I am the Lord your God. I will have you rise from your graves. How do we ultimately know that Jesus is the Son of God? Not because of his teachings, not because of the good works that he did, not because even of the miracles and healings. Ultimately, we know that he is the Lord our God because of the resurrection of the dead and his own resurrection. It is I would say it's the main principle of our Christian belief. If he didn't rise from the dead, then a lot of this can be pushed aside. It can be just looked at as one opinion as another. But it's not. He's Lord. He's God. And he's here to fix the greatest problem that we have, the greatest wound that we carry in our lives right now, the death of our loved ones, and the greatest problem we have, and we can't solve our own selves, the rise from the dead. This is why we're here. This is why we have hope. This is what gets us through those times when we miss our loved ones. The resurrection from the dead. Yes, it is real. May God bless you.